वसुदेव वसुतं देवं कंस चाणूरमर्दनम देवकी परमानंदम कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरु. Many of you must be aware that Sanskrit is widely accepted by even NASA also. Recently, just few months back only, I started learning Sanskrit. First time in life, I was learning Sanskrit. Because of NASA, and in fact, artificial intelligence also understands and interpret well Sanskrit other than all other languages. Now coming back to my book, The Corporate Yoga Anatomy. Little bit about background of writing this book. My father is now 80 years of age. At this age, he doesn't have any any BP or diabetes or any health related problems. He does yoga since last 50 years. So you can think that must have started yoga since my childhood or from a young age, but that was not the case. Like Baba Ramdev or Sri Sri Ravi Shankar is really required to push us. So similarly, just few around 10 to 12 years back, Patanjali, one of the Patanjali teachers started yoga, free of yoga class in my area, Ghansoli, particularly in Navi Mumbai. Those who are familiar with Ghansoli, they know that I stay just at the end or towards the Thane direction, whereas that free yoga class was located at the entrance of Ghansoli node. So after going there for few years, I thought that why not to start something in nearby area, because I was seeing that many people, even few ladies also, wanted to have something in nearby area. I was thinking to find out any suitable place, and then I found Mukambika temple. Those who are aware about Mukambika temple, they know that Mukambika temple has a very good place just adjacent to their temple building. But that place was used uh, by dance class or any karate classes. They must be charging a hefty amount. But then I approached their management and said that I require this space only for morning purpose. And again, I am going to practice free of charge, and anybody can join. After their internal discussion, they agreed and provided me the space. So then I started practicing there, and I didn't advertise much. But those who tried to join, they could join that class, and even my wife also wanted to join. So during 2 years of my journey at Mukambika temple, I organized various obesity, diabetes, then plantation drive, and in between children's vacation also came. So during that period, along with my wife, few other ladies also supported, and they organized children's sibir. That was very appreciated by all the children, and generally my yoga class timings were morning 6:30 to 7:30. But since it was a vacation time and it was children's sibir, then they decided to make it during evening 4 to 5 or 5 to 6 time. And in between, they even planned food or that picnic kind of thing also. So children like that. So instead of fixed time duration, it went very well, and beyond the time limit also that continued. So after that, I thought yoga as a health support knows by everyone. So from the beginning, I was thinking to put it in different way. So then I tried to incorporate my experience, health and wealth. Because during Mukambika temple, I experienced that few youngsters who were thinking to join or continued, but they could not do it because of their earning requirement, and from Gansoli to VT or CST, they are required to go a little early. So then I thought that better to incorporate health and wealth. So that was the background of writing this book. This book consists of six main chapters, and another chapter in seventh chapter includes all the personalities, like seventh chapter, this one. Here in these six chapters, I tried to correlate all yoga postures and asanas, how it can be beneficial for in corporate world, and even in branding or sales or marketing, or how it can be utilized in career planning or VUCA world. So that way I try to incorporate all my experiences in this book. During discussion with one of my friend who is working in IT field, he tried to he informed me that how meditation is a part of uh, yoga. Then I said that, then yeah, then I, after initial, I incorporated one introduction chapter also. That is the only 2 or 3 pages purely related to yoga or technical part. So there in 2 3 pages, I just explained about 8 limbs or Ashtanga Yoga, how what are the steps in 8 limbs, like Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan. So that way, I try to explain that meditation is again a part of yoga only, like dhyana. If you can see in seventh section, meditation or dhyan, it is not a different thing. We all know almost everything, even without knowing about yoga. Also, students or cooks or any businessman, or even innovation or creation also requires meditation. Meditation is not is we think that meditation is simply sitting. We miss general public think that meditation is only sitting idle and nothing doing. It's not like that. You do with all your heart is again a part of meditation only. So similarly, yam, niyam, asan. So here also again I try to buy out with external and internal discipline. Like again yam is again divided into 5 parts, like ahimsa, satya, aste, brahmacharya, aparigraha. So again we can see very much correlation with corporate world, non-stealing or greediness, to control our greediness, or controlling our sensory organs, like pos is again pos or ethical is again talk of the talk of the topic nowadays in corporate world. Similarly, internal discipline, niyam, like santosh, tap, swadhyay. We know that tap or swadhyay, etc., or ishwar pranidhan, without knowing also, many students or those who want to get more percentage or grow into their own profession, top is very much required. Here again, I want to say like Dr. Radhakrishnan from our batch. Many of you may be aware that he has done MBA from IBS also. Very few doctors I have seen that they are inclined to various management courses and management courses they do, but mainly hospital related or hospital management related stuff, but not like product management or any general management or any. And even I have seen Dr. Radhakrishnan, he involves in various matters. And recently, if you have, everyone has noticed that Ashok is trying to start new insurance business. So he was collecting various ideas, and from ideas he is trying to arrive any particular solution. So he may get a very better idea also. So that way yoga or part of yoga is not very new for anybody. Only thing, I tried to compile it and provided it in different format so that along with health, wealth can also be included in that. Yeah, just here I tried to summarize some of the matters, not all. Like whatever I have included in 6 chapters, these 6 chapters, this under branding or marketing or surviving and thriving, these are some of the chapter heading subheadings of any particular any chapters, like surviving and thriving, tips, creativity and innovation. We all know that it is not easy for everyone, and everybody cannot do any asana or any difficult posture. That requires continuous efforts, and after that only some may succeed and some may fail, but that again require positive atmosphere, supportive atmosphere. And even during my Mukambika experience, I have observed that many people were supporting, and they in fact they supported any, even age wise also it affects. So they supported various people to perform. Somebody could do it in 2 3 days, somebody could do it in more days, and even somebody could not do it because of various reason. But that way again positive attitude and like-minded atmosphere is also required. Like in IIM Kozhikode, our product management course also, like compared to our faculty members, as per my experience, I got much exposure or learning from my batchmates. So similarly, batchmates or colleagues or team management is very essential, and many a times for growing or personal development also, that team management is very essential. Similarly, creativity and innovation. Um, Many of you must be aware that before launching Apple products, Steve Jobs personally visited and stayed Himalaya. In fact, he had a guru in those areas. After that, after returning, he started Apple and gave Apple products to world. Similarly, top down and bottom up approach. This word, how we can think that how it can be connected with yoga. But generally in yoga also, like based on objective or what is the benefit, we try to do some asana or posture, but we don't know about our last mile organ or any legs or foot or how hand or how it can react and whether it is possible or not. And so that way a top down approach was used. But nowadays in corporate world also, bottom up approach is uh, gradually becoming discussion. Like in whatever we want to make any carpentry work or anything, instead of interior designer or any architect suggest, we can get better idea from carpenter itself. So similarly, bottom up approach can also be considered. um, like yeah, here generally we all come from science background. So unless and until we get any authenticated confirmation, we don't rely. So seventh chapter I have specifically mentioned with all big personalities like Warren Buffett, Rajiv Bajaj, Coach Brothers, etc. Those who have seen Rajiv Bajaj's YouTube video, they are very well aware that Rajiv Bajaj does yoga very well. In fact, other compared to even yoga, many yoga gurus, Rajiv Bajaj does yoga very well. Sirshasan and other stuff also, he does very well. And that video, one of the video I saw it, it was around 2003 or 2004 when Bajaj Pulsar was introduced. So that time, Rajiv Bajaj is a great fan of yoga and homeopathy. So he correlated branding and after sales services or the structure of Bajaj Pulsar marketing with yoga. Then I thought that how it can be connected. Then it was around 50 minutes or so video, and from that I realized that how he was trying to relate all the stuff with yoga. Similarly, like Warren Buffett also, patience is very much essential to get the success. Like even I think SIP came from that area only. Even somebody during COVID-19 last year around March, April or somewhere during this time only, market was crashed like anytime. Uh, but now those who stayed during that period also, now they are getting more revenue, more income than that time. Again, since this book is based on corporate yoga anatomy, so 2 or 3 pages I have covered it for upper portion, lower portion, standing position, because in corporate or offices, more 30 minutes or more than that, uh, or some asana or some posture is not possible. But mainly IT companies, they require a little bit hand related or standing position or movement or finger related exercise is very essential, or neck related exercise is very essential. My nephew, one of my nephew, he is into IT field. So I have observed him also, like constantly he sits in one position without moving. So that is also not a good thing. So I have covered 20 minutes or 25 minutes uh, as a corporate yoga posture, and just suggested to do it after lunch, after 2 or 2.5 hours only that can be performed. Apart from that, other yoga exercise or asanas, I think before starting driving, it's better to, if we are trying on unknown vehicle, then it's advisable to know about brake, how uh, uh, how the brake is accurate or precise. Then only we should start it. So similarly in yoga also, before starting any asana, we should know that whether to do it or whether not to do it, or any physical injury happened, or any person who is suffering by diabetes, or not diabetes but blood pressure related, high blood pressure related problem, or any surgery is, if any surgery is being done, then even ladies cannot do some asan during MC time. So similarly, that precaution or contraindication should be informed before starting any asana. If that teacher doesn't tell, then it is a duty, or it is a good for a student to ask about that. Even I have seen during my Mukambika time, one of lady, she did not do any leg related exercise. But after few days, I came to know that she had done operation on legs. But it should be informed little advance. So similarly, just I was trying to convey that similar thing should be informed in advance, just to avoid such situation. Otherwise, many of us have seen that yoga, instead of getting benefit, it is giving harmful result also. Similarly, one chapter, or say uh, two chapter, 20 point or more than 20 points, I have included how after doing all these things, is it applicable, or is it possible for all the people, or the result can be seen by all the people? Then I tried to incorporate more than 20 points. Here I have included around 8 or 10 points. But this is not general, and it is not like everybody, it is applicable, it equally applicable to everybody. Even I have seen one of my friend, he used to tell me that I am very much benefited in swimming. Then I was also thinking that how it can be helpful in swimming. Then he explained me that underwater swimming requires control over breath. And that stuff, he used to practice it during pranayama. So similarly, digestion, somebody get benefit in digestion, some gets benefit in sleep area. So similarly, I have just listed down 20, 21 or more than that points, so that people can think that so and so benefit, one or two benefit is also okay for us. And in fact, I have observed many people, not many, but some people, they are into civil construction work, or one or two person I came across, they are into gas cylinder delivery field. So they already get the exercise, so they don't require any additional exercise. Similarly, we all know that our ancestors, generally they mostly rely on work, or they even use uh, floor making unit, or so that way if any particular exercise is being done, then Baba Ramdev or any Sri Ravi Shankar, or any such personalities are not required. So that's all from my side. And recently means by today or tomorrow, I am thinking to release another book, and that will be, and during that book writing, anybody is from Tamil, or anybody is aware about Thirukural?
No,
Okay. Actually, just a few months back, while writing that book, I came to know about that word, and you must be aware about Thiruvalluvar.
yes, that's a familiar name. That's a very familiar.
Right. So he was a Tamil philosopher, and he, in fact, written that literature. And in fact, he tried to correlate various management lessons through that Thirukural. So I just now my next planning is to understand how it can be utilized. So along with that, various other Swami Vivekananda's message also I tried to incorporate. So similarly, few other stuff will also come. And another thing, today or tomorrow that soft copy will be available, and I'm thinking to send it to all my friends, including our group also, and not planning to make it as a say income generation point, because I my main intention is to at least one chapter is applicable to each one of us, like unfolding the potential of Indian housewives. So even I have observed that housewives have great potential. In fact, during COVID or Corona situation, while working from home, and even nowadays, various corporates are also thinking that to extend this. And in fact, after this COVID situation will be over, then also at least 40-50% staff will remain as a work from home or staggered kind of situation. So that time, so various part-time job or any kind of situation will come. That's all from my side.
Hey, Rishikesh, thank you very much. Rishikesh, are you taking any questions as well?
Exercise or head movement, like this way or that way, because constantly we sit on one position only, and constantly we see the PC monitor. So that is a good thing.
Okay.
And anyway, legs movement can give exercise to leg related parts.
Okay, so leg when you say it's just stretching, is that what you suggest, or is there
Stretching and other general movement is also okay. Even it is said that even after 1 hour or so, even for going any washroom, or even without using remote also, if you are watching TV, then without using remote, just try to, not only for TV, but nowadays remotes are available for all the electronics equipment.
correct?
So as possible as we should minimize the use of remote controls.
That's a good suggestion. I think at least get up and do a little more.
And another thing, yoga is not the only medium. Like I have seen many of my friends, they are into swimming and cycling, and so yoga I have just since I got an opportunity, and Patanjali was started. So then I thought and since you know about Mumbai's geography,
Correct.
I live in Gansoli, and my office is just opposite to Gansoli only.
Okay.
So traveling time I could save it.
Save. Huh.
Otherwise, any exercise is good.
Interesting.
I I can add here to Amar's question, Prashant here.
Yeah.
You can do the Sukshma Vyam. Okay, the Sukshma Vyam is what like that is, it will take hardly 10 minutes. All our body, the connected parts like wrist or foot wrists, foot this thing and all, and toes, all those things you can twist it. You can see it on Google how it can be done. So that will be the best exercise for our all joints, I can say. All the muscle pains can be reduced with that. I do that whenever I'll get time and all, but that will help a lot. Sukshma Vyam, that is called as Sukshma Vyam. It will take hardly 10 minutes.
You have utilized perfect words. So it seems that sometimes you are associated with Patanjali also.
No, it's like I do, like I just see sometimes, doctor also suggested me 2017, I was having little like body ache and all. My toxicity level gone up, eating outside and all. So then doctor told me, just do this morning 10 minutes, all the joint pain will go. You get nice sleep also. So
Another thing, if you are aware about Yoga Sutras, then 194 or 196, depending on Iyengar Yoga, or I'm not going in numbers part, but otherwise also all the Yoga Sutras give the direction about how to live life and how to see life, etc. And again, like dharana samadhi. Samadhi is again nothing but the emotional intelligence, like getting control on our anger or any emotions. So that stage, many our ancestor gurus or yogis, they used to have a good control over all these stuff. So that is again emotional intelligence is a hot topic in today's generation.
In fact, doctor took that first session on the
Right,
emotional intelligence, right? I think
right.
that was interesting as well.
Right.
Whoever is planning to start yoga, make sure that you have a proper trainer. Otherwise, you have to see me. I see a lot of patients. Ergonomics. I have a small presentation. I'll probably share it with you guys. What to do, how to sit, how frequently you should take breaks, those things. I think probably we can. I'll probably share that presentation to the group a little later. That's a very popular saying that sitting is the equivalent to smoking or worse than smoking nowadays. So you need to have proper understanding of the ergonomics and how to do
So
it.
better go out and smoke, huh? Anyways, you are smoking. Huh?
I think Anulam Vilom is safer than all other pranayam or asan. Like it can be done in sitting position or standing position, and it has a maximum benefit compared to other. And any age person can perform it.
One thing which I have seen is my drastic eye power is substantially increased. I used to have 1.5, now I'm standing at 2.5. So almost 1 basis point, the power has increased. And it also correlates to the fact that the posture of sitting, the way that you conduct, how much, when we go into these long calls of, and when we are into sales and things like that, it is like non-stop 1 hour or 2 hours of sitting. you can't just move because
Right.
but the challenge is that you have a customer who is sitting and the video is on and you can't do anything on that sort. But yeah, I have seen this and I've been trying to do some of the things that was being discussed here by Dr. and Mr. Rishikesh also, in terms of at least trying to do some movements, give a quick break of the video and do some jumping around and sitting back again into this as if nothing happened, right? So been trying to do that, but yeah, this is one personal challenge that I'm seeing.
After COVID situation, we'll see online education and online meetings and various eye-related problem will come. And in fact, yesterday only, I was just asking one of my other doctor friend, what if the person has dental related problem? How to keep the distance, social distance, maintain the social distance, and how to cure that stuff. Similarly, eye-related problem. So some disease will definitely require, because that was a discussion on telemedicine or any IT in medical field, etc. So then I asked about this question. Telemedicine is okay for consultation point of view, but otherwise, like for dental treatment or any doctor, you have any idea about that?
Yeah, I mean, telemedicine is only for OP kind of a thing. It's only for consultation. Obviously, you can't do any procedures and all that.
Right.
And telemedicine probably can manage only 30 to 35% of what we usually see in the hospitals. Those see, if somebody has got some pain, you don't have to actually see the patient for at least 30% of the patients can be managed on phone only. But beyond that, any procedures and all that, obviously you need to visit the hospital. Telemedicine can't take everything.
Right.
And a point what Vinod, I think, was discussing about the eye issue, there's something called a blink count. Most of the times, if you are watching the screens, any screen, either TV or particularly phone and your laptop, your number of blinks come down significantly. You don't blink as much as you usually do otherwise. And that's one reason where it goes into dryness, and that's where I think that's one of the reasons why your power goes up. The thing is, consciously you should keep blinking your eyes so that it's the moisture is maintained. The health of the eye depends significantly on the moisture what it has got. And the second thing is, I think whenever you are looking at the screens, every few minutes you should look far away. I mean, at least 20 feet away, kind of a thing. You should change your vision into that closer 1 feet, 1.5 feet to you should go into 15, 20 feet away. You should look and then come back so that your vision is not strained too much. One of the commonest problems is the blink count. You blink very little when you are on the screens, and then your eyes will go into a problem.